Continuing the assessment part for the crisis counseling phase 1 that I mentioned earlier in the treatment plan, we are going to be looking at how the counselor intervenes at low, medium, and high risk levels. At a low risk, you may be starting some education, some informing of this is what domestic violence looks like, this is what it can increase to, here's some statistics. By doing that, you're helping them notice the signs and you're helping them understand what their situation may look like from an outsider's perspective, but also being not judgmental and always being supportive. Medium risk, it's going to be continuing supporting the client and then also creating that safety plan, so that way if the abuse goes to a high level of risk, they are able to support themselves and advocate for themselves in the situation. A high risk person may include from the counselor mandated reporting and also maybe getting the law or police involved for safety reasons. Moving on to crisis community providers, we have shelters across the state of Colorado specifically is what I personally looked into. So in Pueblo, Colorado, you're going to have the YWCA. In the Colorado Springs, you're going to have TESSA. And in Denver area, Safe House. The reason why you want to know across counties is because you want to be able to support the people in your county and also be able to place them elsewhere if the abuse is so severe that they are stalking and fighting them at these shelters. The domestic violence hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE or 7233. And you can text START, S-T-A-R-T, to 8878 or visit the website hotline.org. The counseling is going to look like individual or group counseling, and you want to find specific groups that are dedicated to domestic violence or counselors that are specializing in domestic violence so they can help you in that process and also the after effects of experiencing domestic violence. The compensation compass assessment is a great assessment tool to understand what compensation you can be eligible for and then also what kind of help are you needing in your phase of going through domestic violence. Relationship between providers and how interact with mental health providers. So there are often counselors at these domestic violence shelters. Police and other first responders may interact and refer them to go to a counselor, especially being in these type of violent situations. But it is something that can be worked on and improved for sure.